When did I find Beam? Okay. I first learned about Beam back in August, I'd say. I first learned about Beam back in August as, like, a means, like, a way for, like, folks to, like, side stream. Like, folks were doing, like, their side streams on here for, like, their co-commentators because the chat delay was so minimal. But I didn't really look into, like Beam research because I've been so busy this year until the start of December. Like, I said, I was an exclusive partner on Hitbox. I apologize, my brain. For 2.5 years. Not fully those 2.5 years. I became a partner there to provide transcoding options for my viewers, since that's not something you can get there normally on Hitbox. And I transitioned over to Beam, really last week was like my first real broadcast. I was testing a bit on here to see how much I liked Beam, but I knew about it for a few months. It's just like it was like a tertiary thing. But everyone who's like in my circles that I talk to or interact with either never heard of Beam or just had it like walled away as like that sort of site where like just like you side stream over here for your co-commentators, but you don't end up doing a whole lot with it. So that's when I first heard of Beam. Up until that point, just fucking it was a blip. And I've never much cared for viewers or followers or subscription stuff. It's more about the engagement. And what Beam service currently provides seemed like the best way to facilitate that engagement with viewers I've had for years. Yes, you're part of my side stream now. You're like all my mistresses or something. Okay, let's go ahead and get this executive suite party rolling. But yeah, that's when I first heard. Make myself tiny. Woo, tiny. Yeah, so if you're not familiar with this, there's not much in the way of graphics, so there's certainly more in Mecha here than there was in Mecha Ace. And this game does have more, less text, rather. We get straight to the nitty-gritty, the decisions. You don't get a whole lot of information or feedback. Isn't that right, train? Passing by my house. Oh, alright, Pigeon Man. I think you're certainly doing, I've popped into your broadcast on a number of occasions. Like, it's cool to watch people having fun. Like, there's no worry in playing those, like, relaxing games, because you can watch, like, the person, like, relaxing and enjoying themselves, which I think is cool, too. Like, talking about the idea of getting Subnautica and then exploring Subnautica like that. That can be pretty fun to see, someone's eyes, like, glitter with wonder. I might be, like, romanticizing it a little bit. It's a part of the fatigue. But just sort of, like, having, like, that wonder of, like, having this experience and then sharing that with people. All while keeping, like, up a rapport of, like, whoever ends up popping into your chat and saying something. Which I think is pretty cool and fun. Yes, new folks cannot meet air conditioner because, truth be told, I actually have run air conditioner this week. It's gotten fairly warm here. I do live in South Carolina, and temperatures do creep up on occasion, even in late December. So, we're going to go ahead and start a new career. Last character that we created did run the entire gamut of 2 hours, which is what I had slotted for Executive Suite. However, she did not make it to the top of the Executive Suite. She ended up getting derailed at... job level 10. And sort of tumbled down from there. Anyway, I'm not here to just sort of like invalidate or crush, other broadcasting services. This is just the one I found, and whenever I wanted to make a decision to switch here, I wanted to make sure I had a fair understanding of what Beam actually was. I didn't want to switch here and bring, my viewers from Hitbox and YouTube, and then just end up in a situation where we weren't comfortable. So I ended up popping into a number of broadcasts, many of which I didn't like for one reason or another. And then some folks, such as Flog or Taku Shout or Pigeon Man, that's really cool, that I've enjoyed. Playing different style of games, whether it be, like a MOBA, which I don't much care for, Overwatch, which I don't much care for, or just staring in that childlike enjoyment of something like Subnautica or Astroneer and exploring the game, which is pretty cool. Or in the case of Otaku Shout, who's just doing a web show or playing like wrestling stuff. It's a wide variety of folks, who've just sort of like started up, and so you get like this wide variety of like backgrounds and experiences, which I think is pretty fun. It almost seems like I'm romanticizing that a bit too. It's odd. I didn't expect Beam to catch my eye and interest as much as it had. I spent a great deal more time like looking at various broadcasts and talking to folks, not to really like learn, but just to sort of like interact and just sort of like experience what the hell Beam was. It is weird and jarring for me, and it's something that I actually wanted to share with my viewers, some of which who have thanked me in return. How they were just going to end up only watching me or whoever on here, and then because I thrusted them towards other people, they've ended up like immersed in Beam themselves, and they want to like live broadcast and do shit, which I think is neat. I know, what a riveting conversation, right? But no. And how I conduct this channel is certainly different than how other folks conduct their channels on Beam. Some channels are really into, like, constant waves of text or the usage of emotes. And that's not something that I promote here. Most channels are open to raids. I have the do not raid tag. Although I have accepted Flog raiding me once she did politely ask whether she could. During the middle of like my Monday marathon. It's just, I feel a responsibility whenever I broadcast, not only to shape the conversations of my viewers, but to protect whatever conversations spring up among my viewers. Because sometimes there isn't that much in the way of meaningful conversation, but other times they'll actually go off into like speaking with each other about topics that I'm not involved with at all. And I'll look at chat and I'll go, alright, cool. Like, I don't have a problem with it. You folks like keep going, or we'll get involved into a massive conversation about, role-playing games or whatever, or just like, game theory, or just like the state of like even something as volatile as politics. And for folks to just come in and disrupt that, I feel is like damaging. It's unfair to those viewers who were engaging in their meaningful conversation. Shit. Anyway, we have a new character to create here. Anyone got an interesting name? Interesting first and last names out there? I don't know about much folks should be able to enjoy my broadcast. I'm rather rude and abrupt with people. As the small rules text explains down at the bottom, viewers aren't my priority, and I will do what I can to protect this damn chat quality. Rico. It can. Pigeon Man, it certainly can. You've been here longer than I have. Just in my constant poking with other people's broadcasts. Like a broadcast like yours. That's cool, that's laid back, that's friendly. Don't see a lot of that. And then other broadcasts, specifically with some raids, can immensely get into that. And I'm like, I don't want a part of that at all. No, sir. Punt, speed, chunk. Alright, Overlord Darkwolf. That's what we're gonna go with. Punt, first name. Actually, how long can I make the first name? When you backspace in this, it deletes everything. We'll do punt, speed, chunk. Speed, chunk. Sledge vessel, that's a good one. What part of the country are you from? I'll handle some of these decisions through rolling a die. In this particular case, I'm rolling a D8. Because I don't have any of my D4 pyramids. They've been lost to the heavens and to my friends who keep fucking stealing my dice. Or from the West again. Name of the hometown and state. Sledge vessel? Sledge vessel. McMahon-Huge. It's a new state. Never had time to go to college. How many years of prior work experience have you had? Hold on. Let me roll 2d20 here. Huh. We've had 37 years of work experience. I saw on the sports page that the Giants won. Golf. A few personal questions, I hope you don't mind. How old are you? Let's go ahead and roll. Let's see, minimum age is 18. Why don't we go ahead and do an 18 plus 2d20. Huh. Glad I wasn't actually rolling at the board table. Because on 2d20, we got a 2 and we got a 1. 21. "37 years of work experience, 21 years old, Time Lord." That's right. You can do that in this game. Just blew your fucking minds. He works fast, yep. What is your sex? Undecided. Refers you back to this joke. We all appreciate a sense of humor, but there are limits. The character this morning was female. Mrs. Chuckle Fuck. She was divorced. We'll go ahead and make this one male this time. And single. After all this talk, I'm feeling very comfortable about your application to MMC. Let's actually start polling the chat here. So these polls are going to be 30-second polls, except for if we ascend to like level 9 or whatever, and then I'll start making them 60. So you folks have some time to see the options and discuss them as they might come up. And almost all the decisions from this point forward will be made by you people. We've had some issues earlier this morning, with like 3 times, where polls weren't appearing for a large number of people, including me twice, where the poll option simply didn't show up, which is weird and odd. I don't like the poll system built into Beam. I certainly do think Hitboxes is much better. I have seen how the new, like pictures and images of how the new poll stuff is going to look in Beam, which I think is alright. Anyway, we decides that we are going to be a technician. We love to make things work. So be it. No question, punt. You make an impressive applicant. Let's see what entry-level positions MMC might have available for you. Also, let me see if I'm playing an unlisted game. Good. I know I can email Beam to like have them add my game or whatever, but come on, like I'm gonna have them add a 1982 choose your own adventure game. Come on. The economy is expanding. And so I'm going to go ahead and allow you folks to choose which of the job level 2s you want to enter. I'll always have a preference for the top job levels, simply because, I mean, you want to ascend the ladder, right? We have 37 years of job experience despite being 21 years old. I was rather unlucky in most situations to roll a 2 and a 1 on 2d20. That was ugly. But, them's the breaks, man. Minimum age in this game is 18 for working. And you can have a shit ton of work experience, despite what your actual age may be. I think the cap on work experience is like 99. Alright, looks like we're going to be an assembler. So for some of you folks who were here during the first run of Executive Suite, or in all the other prior runs, because this has been a favorite during live broadcast of mine, you might very well end up knowing these options. You got the Java assembler punt. $18,000 per year, your own desk, medical plan, and 1 week of vacation. So you are assigned to an online production crew, folks, during a very boring wiring job. In this position, what do you want to concentrate on? Want to concentrate on your work, getting another position, or the people around you? But no, during this time, since this is a fairly relaxing time, an executive suite ain't that demanding for my brain. Do feel free if you have any other, like, meaningful questions to lob at me, Chad. I will entertain them interspersed throughout the gameplay. Alright, 62% say your work. Because Executive Suite is also in part like a web show. Because we're just sort of like relaxing and enjoying the game. Good performance leads you to a solid reputation and other opportunities while avoiding on-the-job accidents which can cause permanent disfigurement or social life setbacks. So, chat, you discovered a cost-saving wiring technique in your assembly job, and a quick estimate indicates possible savings of 10% per unit. Oh man, possible savings. So, who do you want to tell? Frank Herman, the VP Manufacturing, other workers, or no one but use your new technique. Endless Legend, yes, I have checked out that game. It's alright. I played it a bit through a friend's account earlier this year when I was testing out various strategy games, but I have to say that I wasn't too impressed by Endless Legend. I don't think it's bad. I thought the district building system was alright. I don't know, it just didn't really stick with me in a meaningful way. I thought it was an alright game, though. Just wasn't anything that really stuck with me. 62% of you said, alright, option 1, so we shall do so. Do I have a single favorite game I like over everything else? My favorites in pretty much everything, except for food, I reckon, change, like, depending on, like, how I feel, like, the day. Like, a beloved game of mine, though, is clearly Daggerfall, because of how often I end up playing and recording it. Like, that stuck with me, whereas something like StarCraft, which I immensely played, massively, through the late 90s and early 2000s, and I've put more time into StarCraft, thousands of hours, than I have any other game I've ever played since. Like, even that hasn't stuck with me, like Daggerfall has. Like, I can't just pick up Daggerfall, I can't just pick up StarCraft, like, again, and, like, embrace it and love it as much as I do Daggerfall. Just something like that. Yes, Quinn. I do recall you asking that question before. I do recall me saying that it exactly had the brain power to answer that. We'll get back to that. You've chosen the best course to change assembly policy. Your astuteness is noted by Frank, although he never actually admits an assembler improved productivity. Shit. Marvin, the events are not RNG based. They are all scripted in. If you pick the same job like 5 times over, you will get the same events, and those events, those choices will lead to the same outcomes. So if you memorized all, like, the pathways, you could get yourself... Now, there is some, like, element of, like, randomness and, like, the economy expanding. So there is that, or shrinking, and that can influence your choices by, like, what job levels you have. So that does exist. An engineer, Brighton Star, asks you to assemble a toy rocket ship he has designed for his son. You're discovered working on the project by Frank Herman. Do you blame the engineer? Offer to make one for Frank Herman's son too, or go into the toy business? As a result, those who have really seen Executive Suite played a lot on this channel are able to, like, pick out some various stuff. Like, Executive Suite, though, ends up shining when there's so many folks participating in chat who aren't familiar with the game or don't remember it that well. Let's see here. The district system in Civilization 6 is far different, and I can't really recommend Civilization 6 at all. Like, the districts in that game, like, that would actually be an in-depth conversation. And number 2 is one with 69% of the vote. So don't take this issue too lightly, but indicate you did not think it a life and death matter when you started. Frank declines a rocket ship. Don't toy with me again, he adds as a parting blast. Did a good job, punt. You had some discipline. You had some good things. The discipline, the district system in Civilization 6, and I don't know whether this has been patched since the original version of the game, I found severely annoying. For one, the game doesn't inform you. The cost of districts massively inflates over time as you research new civics techs and as your empire grows. You can circumvent that by setting your districts early and then just not building them, but so long as you have them placed, they'll keep that same hammer count, like that low hammer count. 2 is that you can't delete a district. If you build a district, you need someone to pillage that sumbitch, because it is committed. You can't just relocate it, oh no. And it's also discombobulating to see, various parts of the city scattered all randomly about. Wonders, meanwhile, many of them have specific tile restrictions in Civilization 6, so it makes it, I don't know, like a crapshoot that you can even build some of them. Yes, the game is deliberately scared too. Marvin could probably inform you more about the game than I could, in part because I'm sort of focused and scatterbrained on this. But Civilization 6 wasn't as disappointing. Civ 5 is still the most disappointing game I've ever played in my adult life. Civ 6 wasn't as disappointing, in part because I played it on a friend's computer and had no hype attached to it. I had no financial investment in it. Whereas Civ 5, I actually got swept up a bit into that and bought it shortly after release. Grimith's not a question, but throw 1 or 2 random occurrences that can happen to a D&D fantasy village at me. That can range from the sewer smells to new dragon neighbor. There's plenty of RNG sorts of things that can generate events for you that you could find on the internet that are better than my brain right now. But I might come up with a few things. The economy is now depressed despite being a good job. A good job. That said, you do have job level 3s open to you, and you may select from among those 3s. Let's see here. Problems that a village might have would be unsettling whispers in the forest, folks disappearing that, of course, might be just wolves, and they might actually be just wolves. Of course, might have, a problem that a village could actually have without adventurers would be dealing with a pack of wolves, or some sort of minor threat that adventurers wouldn't really have trouble with. And number 2 won by 52% of the vote. But that a pack of commoners would have immense difficulty in dealing with. What if a pack of wolves ended up at the point where they're starting to pick off villagers for food? Just due to whatever situation is going on in the ecosystem there. And if you're more a lore builder than a world builder, you can start thinking about that. So that would end up being your primary situation. That would end up being described something mundane, which seems of bigger and great import, but actually is just villagers really having trouble. It's possible Convox that Civ 6 can grow out of Civ 5. I don't know. That beats me. Alright. We got ourselves a keychain now. It's hard for me to keep up in chat while also answering these various questions that are being asked. Alright. So, as a new engineer, you are subject to the whims of unorganized project managers, excuse me. As a last-minute assignment, it conflicts with the special seminar MMC has enrolled you in. Your project manager, Harriet Nance, tells you to handle the situation. Do you delay the work, skip the seminar, or take the work to the seminar? Right, so Quinn, filling out the rest of the top 5 isn't something that's easy for me to do, just off the cuff. In part because most of my characters haven't been, recorded or shared with anyone at all. There's stories and, inside jokes and memories from my past. From a magic marble who was possessed by, an evil cultist who worshipped Vecna. Who wanted to do everything in his power to, possess and control the rest of the party. And option 3 is 1 with 74% of the... To, as this fucking marble, this sentient marble, like, grow in power and influence to bring back Vecna, right? And I literally played a floating marble. That was in D&D 3rd edition. Tight, difficult scheduling, but you can get it all done. Harriet is impressed enough to give you a pair of running shoes and a year's supply of gum. Like, stories like that. Brienne Caladan is the most memorable one for me that I can just directly point and relate characters to. Jarek Veermal is... I guess he's up there. He's lower than Bree, though. Maybe. But that campaign also, the entire Ardenfeld campaign also falls as a dud compared to what we did in the Song of Ice and Fire campaign. That was Squee's first campaign. That was a custom campaign built world. He wasn't too comfortable with that. There were problems with that. Right. So, anyway. But I'm proud of Bree for several reasons, and one in particular was that it was such a challenge for me to play a 12-year-old girl in a world which is sharply defined by gender and status. You have the chance to carpool with 3 top engineers residing in your new neighborhood. Everyone drives 1 week a month. You own a 2-seat English sports car. What do you choose to do? Buy a new car, offer to pay for gas, decline carpool, or suggest a car convoy? So yes, there is that. But yeah, like, it's a difficult question for me to answer, like, in a nuanced fashion, because it requires me, like, dragging, like, memories from my head and then explaining why they are, like, in, like, the characters that I find most dear, which I frankly don't want to put forth the effort to do. Like, just, like, I could tell you, like, lots of riveting stories about Senva, the magic marble, like, who worshipped Vecna, right? Alright, number 2-1 with 45% of the vote. Offer to pay for gas. That's not a surprise. This option has popped up quite a bit. With time, you have become a valued engineer trainee, folks. You are requested to select an engineering team to work with on the M&M3 project. So what do you want to select? The best engineers, the worst engineers? I work alone. Well, thing, not really. We will probably end up going back to A Song of Ice and Fire at some point. It might end up being another year. Manikai wants to explore and experiment with a bunch of other different systems before he sits down and fully contemplates, like, how he can make A Song of Ice and Fire better. Because it's not how he expected the game would go. And he thinks that it could certainly be a more enjoyable experience. Bree, yeah, I pretty much like her headcanons. Like, she's a fucking great victor. 56% of the audience has voted for number 1. Brienne Caladan is the biggest fucking winner of, like, the entire, like, party character base. Like, it was weird, too. She took a lot of risks. She was incredibly lucky. I pushed her, like, so extremely into some desperate, super tough situations because I was role-playing this headstrong, like, wrathful, like, brutish child. And she won big. Particularly towards the end of the campaign, she immensely did well. You learn invaluable secrets about your trade from the engineering elite. You also live with the name Rookie for 2 years and fetch more than your share of donuts. Some of my campaigns I've left in the summer. What are you talking about? Like, be more specific for me. You did a good job, folks. After 2 years, aggressive go-getter approach, and you had team player instincts, and the economy is a fair, opening us to some job level 4s, which I will now put on a poll for you. You've got salesman, marketing assistant, trainee, financial analyst, and senior accounting clerk. Let's see, what's Dark been talking about in his response time to Larian? Sort of sifting through chat here. Oh, the Grimith takes on Europe thing. No, that I wouldn't resume that at all. That one is that story is done. Trainee financial analyst it is with 31% of the vote. That one's definitely done. Alright, $32,000 per year, your own desk, 2-week vacation, access to the Watts line, and a Malcolm Farnsworth picture. Pat Ivers, a college classmate, recommends buying out Meld Design Company based on private information about a breakthrough in circuit development. What would you recommend? Would it be to acquire Meld? Would it be to let the opportunity pass? Or would it be to explore it further? Oh, sir, accounting clerk. Is Ardenfell ever coming back? You know, Larian, that ends up being a topic regularly in the group chat. It got punted around in August, and then I think it was Squee's father-in-law who died. And then it got punted around November, and nothing ever came of it. And it just became a topic several days ago in the 13th Age chat. We'll see where that goes from there. I'm not much interested in resuming the Ardenfell campaign. I've outlined that to the other players. 51% has voted for number 3. But of course, spoken like someone investing their own money, a good strategy, but eventually you must return to the option board and make another choice. Looks like we're going to recommend to acquire Meld, because I'm not going to run another poll for this one. Gambling on dynamic companies and the spirit which founded MMC, you seem to be following in the founder's footsteps. Anyway, yeah, Larian, it's to provide a more in-depth answer to that. Like, we might come back, like, if the talk is, like, coming back for a session or two, and then maybe continuing with the characters somewhere along the way. But for me, I've already written Jarek's headcanon, and I think the ending stuff that I've stylized in mind is far better than what would end up playing out in the campaign. I think that after so many months, and that the anticipation, the hype of ending that campaign will have built up in the other players' minds, that it will end up being, at best, mediocre, and at worst, a disappointment. Like, I don't really need to see the fulfillment or resolution of what happens to the demons and whether Ardenfell is saved from the portals. It's not a big deal for me. The only thing I really cared about there is the characters, not so much the story and Ardenfell. Perhaps so, Lethal. Perhaps so. Executive Suite or one of these other old text-based games is certainly sort of relaxing enough. Although, Crime and Punishment might end up being a better suited case, in part because I know that game far less well. And folks know that game far less well. Kerry Hoffman, the Vice President of Finance, recommends against the acquisition of Meld Design Company, despite expert analyst reports to the contrary. With that in mind, what would you like to do? Approach and question Kerry Hoffman in private, explore it further, or have the research company send reports to the Senior Vice President of Finance, Jason Parlay? If you folks haven't noticed, by the way, this game likes to take your ideas of exploring it further by asking questions and say, no, you can't. I know as much as you folks like to ask questions. Are there any campaigns on the horizon I plan to record? No. I haven't really been, like, motivated by role-playing stuff. Number one, it's gonna be, like, running games for quite some time. Certainly not with as, like, much energy to run, like, a longer-term campaign. I've shown some folks Blades in the Dark. That's the most GMing that I've done, and I don't plan on recording anything pertaining to that. I am playing in one campaign, and that's going up on Y Caliber's channel. On that, very slowly, due to professional audio editing, as it were. It is a Star Wars game, and I'm actually playing an alien. So you can look into Y Caliber's channel for that. I'll chew through the rest of those questions. Your discretion is very diplomatic, particularly since Kerry had good cause to avoid the acquisition. Elaine Pencer, the editor of Circuit News Monthly, a key trade publication, asks for financial help. You have inside information that MMC is going to acquire the Meld Design Company. With that in mind, do you tell Elaine, make a stock purchase for him, or look for other alternatives? Okay. What's the best way for a person new to roleplay to find a group? I get this question regularly, Severus, and I don't frankly have an answer. I've been doing this since 1995. Fucking, I don't really know how someone new to roleplaying gets into roleplaying. Like, you have, like, friends who might be interested in it. You can visit, like, forums. Like, there's numerous other, like, dedicated forums, and number 3 is one with 62% of the vote that, like, talk about and discuss role-playing. Yeah, fucking beats me. Like, other people can answer that question better than I can. I'm too far disconnected from it. I don't know. I don't know the answer. What's my favorite tabletop system? These days, it'd probably be Blades in the Dark. Simply because of what I like of the system. It's still in development. For, like, nostalgic connection, Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition was the first system I played. But currently, I like Blades in Dark the most out of the systems I've looked at, and I've seen several dozen. What is my Jarek headcanon? That's my headcanon. As it turns out, what Elaine really needs is a good account, not a good stock tip. You arrange his finances, and Elaine agrees to favorably interview Malcolm Farnsworth III, MMC's president. After 2 years, you did a good job. Yeah, you did a lot of nice things. The economy is fair, and we've got a bunch of job 5s open to us, everyone. So with that in mind, what is it that you might be interested in running or doing? Assistant product manager, engineer, production foreman, compensation supervisor, accounting supervisor. Of course, salesman is a job level 4. That would be a lateral move for us. Yeah, there's like Discords, there's, you know, like 4chan, there's like a tabletop group there, there's like Roll20, there's forums there. There's just so many satellites of different folks who are interested in tabletop games. It's important if you're going to get into role-playing, or if you do role-play regularly, to identify what it is you actually want of the role-playing experience. And option 2 won with 47% of the vote. You need to actually know like what you want out of it so that you can find other people who want similar things to you so that you can actually play with those people and enjoy them. And, you know, in the case of strangers, you have to learn their likes and dislikes. In the case of friends, you kind of do too. Like, some people can be your friends and also be shitty for you to roleplay with. You're remembered for good things, thankfully, because we've gotten a bunch of good stuff thus far. It's not going to be until we get to the higher, lesser seen job levels where I expect shit to get real. And you now have the job of engineer with a cubicle, working telephone, and matching furniture. Conrad Edison assigned you to a prestigious project working on the M&M4 microcomputer design review. Your joy turns to gloom when you find a design flaw in a product component. So do you want to disclose the flaw, hide the flaw, or fix the flaw and not tell anyone? Someone like Lethal would be a decent example. He's, like, he can roleplay, but, the whole, like, role-playing, like, genre, subculture doesn't really appeal to him. Specific instances can, though. Number 3 is one with 50% of the vote. We're gonna fix the flaw and not tell anyone. Ignorance is bliss for the rest of MMC. You gain no recognition, but superior ability cannot long be concealed. Award yourself the Nobel Peace Prize, or at least a couple of long lunches. Senior management has dragged its heels on salary increases, while total MMC profits have skyrocketed. Now a company-wide movement is fomented by Brighton Star and other engineers to get royalties on inventions. So, what do you want to choose to do? Join the job action, oppose the job action, or tell Brighton you back the job action while telling Con Edison you support management. And I've had a number of folks who sort of met up and started role-playing together over the years, because role-playing ends up being a conversation during occasional live broadcast, and they're like, hey, you're interested in that? Hey, you're interested in that too? And they end up becoming friends and shit. I've heard a few stories like that before. Option number 2 is one with 49% of the vote. I end up being a opportunity for folks to network. Neat. Your car is egged daily. When you ride your bicycle to work, it is stolen. You resolve to work at home with management support. Now, politics have begun to appear in the engineering department. Top engineers are vying for management positions, so you're pressed to become involved. So what do you want to decide to do? Focus on work, avoid the situation and study for advanced engineering certificate, or get involved in the politics? And even for folks who do end up like playing role-playing games, like some of them get pretty cozy and comfortable with a certain group. I am not the case. I've got a branch of all manner of role-playing friends. Number 2 is 79% of the vote that I've made over years and years and years of doing this stuff. Like, and so I'm able to like sample like different groups. Like, okay, like some groups are better for certain types of role-playing games than other groups, and so I can like participate in different groups. I can get various urges out of my system and pick up positive habits, you know, reduce my odds of getting negative habits, right? Alright, let's go ahead and study. You enter your personal credentials while maintaining neutrality. Conversations are diverted towards esoteric discussions of technology. On the part of your fellow engineers quickly turns to boredom. Your strategy works. You did a good job after 2 years. Lots of awesome shit, boss. The economy is fair and you've got access to engineering project manager. Alright, that's not a problem. I can certainly tell you I'm not interested in playing All Flesh Must Be Eaten. But some folks did enjoy watching that campaign, you know? Remember, for a lot of good things here. And you grabbed the job of engineering project manager. With access to cubicle, travel and entertainment allowance, life insurance policy, matching furniture, and an electric pencil sharpener. Happy days are here again. That's right, Jordan. You must decide on the M&M4 memory component design approach. Pressures applied by marketing, sales, and finance with all the obvious intentions. Which approach do you advocate? Going with a workable design, going with an advanced design, or forming a committee to make the decision? You know, Jordan, a number of folks have really enjoyed watching us play that damn game for whatever mysterious reason, even though all the players joke about scrubbing it out of their brains. And the GM on occasion jokes about scrubbing it out of his brain. The stories of Popman and Trusty Tony really connected with folks. I had like an Oregon Trail run that I named after Trusty Tony because how I kept swindling people out of money on it. Alright, 51% of the vote. As number 1, we'll go with a workable design. Folks being all sticks in the mud. Practical strategy guarantees return on investment, does not gather state-of-the-art technology reviews. You know that the M&M4 is selling out, which is more than most Broadway shows can say. I thought Trusty Tony was a pretty damn fun and detailed character, despite your immense fatigue during some sessions, despite the quirks of All Flesh Must Be Eaten, and despite the quirks of the fucking campaign I was running, because I had no fucking idea where to take all of you. Like, his flavor came out from the very first session, and that was fun. Pursuing an idea on your own initiative, you develop, like, Trusty Tony ends up being, like, one of the more memorable characters that's ever been in a campaign I've run, stretching back a long time. Pursuing an idea on your own initiative, you develop a revolutionary memory chip concept. Unfortunately, Doug MacArthur, Senior Vice President of Operations, is not interested in revolutions. and your concept is rejected. Folks, you've been rejected. How can you respond to that? You can accept the decision, quit and start your own company, or bootleg the damn project. Yeah, there's some folks who identified positively with the all flesh must be eaten experience. I get a comment on it occasionally for folks who are immensely frustrated at the choices that were presented, or the fucking zombies that appeared. Such is the way of the game. Alright. Narrowly. Number 1 won out. That was 36%. Compared to 31 for number 2 and 33 for number 3. Very narrow victory there to accept the decision. Ah. You're not happy, but it isn't worth ending your future at MMC. Your initiative is recognized, if not rewarded. I know, Marvin. You are managing a key M&M4 project segment. Jenny, one of your younger but critical engineers, is having marital problems. It sounds like a personal problem, damn it. But what the hell do I know, right? What do you decide to do? Give her time off? Her cut personal affairs? Give her lots of work, or call and complain to her husband? Alright, good. See, an example of networking process. 2 weeks from now, they'll absolutely hate each other, and in part dislike me to some extent for facilitating that connection. I am a conduit for social networking. 48% of the vote says number 1, give her time off for personal affairs. You judge the critical factors and back off. This isn't Dynasty. You don't need a soap opera at work. You did a good job after 3 years. Time is flowing rather quick for punt here. Pragmatic decision making, not standing your ground under pressure. You're good at interpersonal skills and support and had faith in your people. Of course, you're remembered for not standing your ground under pressure because of what happened involving that special project thing. Yeah, Mark. So, this certainly does happen. Like, role playing ends up being like one of the regular ones that pops up, where folks just get like, they just fucking get like immersed in it, and they have like a lot of experiences they want to share, and it just sort of like takes off. And I look at it on occasion, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. And that's the sort of stuff that I don't want it disrupted by people like coming in and raiding, and just like filling the chat. I feel like a sense of, I want to shepherd and like protect these conversations that I've been the conduit for facilitating, even if I'm not directly involved. The economy is expanding, folks. Well, shit, guys. Fucking, which number 7 do you fucking want? Because there's 7s across the board, baby. I'm going to go ahead and fill out the full gamut of 7s. You got regional sales manager, you got marketing product manager, you got market research manager, you got a production control manager, you got assistant personnel manager, and you got assistant to the treasurer. Yeah, the time game is not one that gets played. Absolutely not. 6 for embezzlement. Good. I think, yeah, it was the last game where we actually ended up doing treasurer under the same idea, the same umbrella of embezzlement. I think you were championing that one, JW. Alright, number 4 it is, with 49% of the vote. Production control manager, here we go. You're remembered for good judgment, and the job is yours. 32 years employed. Oh, that's your current age, 11 years with the company. 7 years, $72,000 per year with a private office, travel and entertainment allowance, life insurance, Chevy company car, access to a Watts line and garage parking. You must lead. Yes, you certainly did. You must lead OSHA inspectors on a plant tour to investigate an unsafe condition charge made by an anonymous caller. What's your attitude? You want to be Mr. Nice Guy? You want to ask for a court order? You want to give a cryptic tour or try to intimidate them? I know, right, Larian? Ends up being where we go. Them's the breaks. Alright, 38% of the vote. Number 2 got 34% of the vote. Number 1, though, is what it's going to be. Be Mr. Nice Guy. Alright, that's true. Let me go ahead and allow links for some time. I'll disable those in a bit. Links have been allowed. They wonder what you're hiding, but are polite during inspection. Then they come buzzing around the plant like bees to honey for a few weeks. They can discover no problems and are very disappointed. Fast tracks to permabans. You must adjust production schedules to allow for the introduction of the M&M4 systems. What do you want to do? Want to construct a new facility? Do you want to use linear programming for efficiency and timeliness? Do you want to do by hand out of consideration for an individual worker's needs? Or add a third shift for new products? Let me check to see how my memory leak is going. It's not too awful. Alright, good. I'm happy. No, that would be certainly a lacking feature of Beam, which has been brought up to them for sure. But it certainly can't help to bring it up more, right? The lack of a personal message system. Whispering does exist, but it's pretty easy to miss whispers. It's pretty damn easy to miss whispers. If you're stepped away from the computer, like the whisper registers in the chat log there, but by the time you come back, that chat log could have already consumed the whisper. Alright, number 2 wins with 48% of the vote. We shall use linear programming for efficiency and timeliness, but, turns out the people don't really aspire to be robotic and super efficient. This is how that works sometimes. Lethal wakes up and goes, "Ow, I'm sick. Ow." You contemplate robot technology. They don't have a union, they don't eat much, and they talk directly to your computer. You must make recommendations on the distribution of manufacturing equipment between new and old plants for the M&M4 project. So, what's your reaction going to be, folks? You want to be selfish and provide new equipment to the home plant? You want to be fair about it, or you want to be arbitrary? Just roll some dice. Like me. Nice, cozy, and comfy broadcast here. I like it. But yeah, Mark, so this is what I meant. I just I open the field for questions, and number 2 wins with 65% of the vote, and it ends up just engendering this whole thing. New equipment is split according to need and responsibility for the greatest productivity. Both plants reach peak efficiency quickly. Your savvy is indicated in your annual bonus. Yeah, after 3 years, you did a damn good job. And the economy is fair. We are open to be a plant manager. And you got the job. Woo! Got the job. Anticipated market demand for the M&M4 model is very high. So you must develop plans for plant expansion to handle the demand. That's right. Good. So, thinking about that, what do you want to decide to go with? Very cheap, functional, gold-plated plant, bitches? Or delegate this hot potato task? Because this sounds like decision-making, and that's hard. I know. Sad people. They're like, damn it, I want to have my gold-plated plant. And chat's like, no. It will be functional. That is the way of these things. Chat often gets torn. 71% votes for number 2 between those who want to like are genuinely picking what they think is the best option for like succeeding in the game, and then those who want to have fun for whatever sort of variety of reasons. And it's fun to see like those two schisms play out in chat. It's pretty entertaining for me, the broadcaster. You know, it sort of depends on what the crowd I get too. Like, you know, depending on when it is I end up broadcasting, or what game it is, you end up having different folks who feel different ways. Whether it's something like Executive Suite, or back when I was running King of Dragon Pass. Stuff like that. I know! It's like you fucking, like, you came back to this. It's tragic. Like, alright, I'm back. Hey. Oh, god damn it, we're picking these things again? What the shit? Should've just stayed away forever. Brr. Facilities are satisfactory to workers. It's great. Awesome. Got a bottle of Dom Perignon and a private launch ceremony. Oh, vision's getting a little blurry here. Ugh. Whew. Manolo and Harvey, two workers specially trained in fragile packing and shipping, turn out to be illegal aliens. This time we retire early, damn it. Damn it. Brr. Immigration officers are at the plant looking for them. So, what you got, folks? You got a bribe? You want to let the workers be arrested, or call the company lawyer? Yes, their fault. Totally more fun with quotes. So what you ill with, Zerful? Why you so sickly watching my broadcast marathon? Don't you have better things to peep on, right? Blade Killer dispensing the words there. Number 3 is a trap. Legal red tape. Call the company lawyer. Well, it turns out the company lawyer is like, lol, you should fucking cooperate, dude. Because immigration officers, yeah, they got the legal authority, bro. An entire shift walks out in sympathy with 2 deported workers. Ah, Christ. During a crucial period on the M&M4 production line. So, after this shit happens, because of fucking course it does, on your watch, what the hell you gotta do about it? You gotta bust a strike, meet with the workers, bend the workers' demands, or, you know, sit on your duff. Fuck it. Not my problem, right? Like, look at all the problems I'm not having right now, you know? Alright, sorry to hear that, Zerfall. I know my voice has withered in quality significantly during this Executive Suite thing. I'm talking different now. Even the words I'm forming. Like, the shape of my lips is different. Alright, vast majority here, 61% have said number 2. Let's go ahead and meet with the workers. I know, Marvin. Yeah, good job. Did a good job after 4 years, chewing through time really fast here, punt. You know, maybe you should have gone to college after all, buddy, because it's taken you a long time to advance. I think that's what's actually making the influence, because Chucklefuck earlier was advancing much quicker. Well, like, the periods, the position times were anything sooner. Oh, poor punt here. Still got a lot of good stuff here. The economy is depressed, but you got access to the VP event. Yep, Chisuki, we certainly are. Remember for good things, but only remember for one bad thing. Punt speed junk here. With 37 years of work experience, and being 21 years old, I rolled 2d20, and wanted to add 18 to that for age to randomly determine it. And I got a 2 and I got a 1. Yes, 6 digits, expense budget, stock options, Buick company car, matching furniture. And from this point on, I'm going to start putting a 60-second timer in the polls. Administration notes that personnel turnover in MMC's home plant is nearly 60% annually. So with that in mind, what are you folks looking to do? You want to let a productive situation persist? You want to discipline the plant manager Barney Stone? Or you want to institute an employee communications plan through Benton Bowles, the VP of Public Relations? Take the Buick and retire, that's it. Woo! That's right, when you get up this high in the levels, particularly with how many years have quickly advanced for a character, like, just like stubbing your toe here on one of these could mean that you never, like, go beyond. Like, this is some serious shit that we've entered now. What an enjoyable, relaxing day it's been. Factory was a little rough. Cook Serve Delicious was a little rough too. That's when the voice really started going to hell. Wasn't even like Mecha Ace, right? Oh, that didn't help. Okay, 55% say option 3. So we will be doing just that. The opportunity to air complaints and opinions can take the steam out of this teapot. At worst, Benton Bowles will bore the employees into passivity. Now, quality control problems surface in the home plant while training new employees to take over for strikers. P.T. Barnum, Senior VP of Marketing, files an official complaint with the Executive Committee. So what the hell are you going to do about that, folks? You gonna ask her for a full report? You gonna shut down the production line? You gonna proceed and investigate? Or maybe you'll fire Hewitt, the quality control manager, because fuck that son of a bitch, right? Time to go full Jesus on that one. Oh boy. Hello again, Mr. Tomato. Last game on the schedule didn't really work out. Option 3 is one with 44% of the vote. So I held a poll between Executive Suite and Monster Loves You, and here we are. You keep things going during the investigative process. It turns out that a small procedural difference solves 90% of the problem at no cost. For your next act, you turn water into wine. You are caught up in a major political battle as different plants compete for production orders on the M&M4 line. You decide to build the M&M4 at one specific area in particular. Now, what the hell's that gonna be? Home plant, international plant, or the new Sun Belt plant. Now I do expect I know where this one's gonna go. Although it's close here between number 1 and number 3, the home plant versus the new Sun Belt plant. That's actually more competitive than what I thought it would be. Neat. Sunbelt sounds like space. Yes, the space land. Absolutely, for sure. Oh, boy. Good times. Throat's getting all roughed over right now. Hurt. I might have time for one more run of this. Probably end up doing one more run of this after this run. Option 1 with 51% of the vote, the home plant. Unless we win. I guess if we actually outright win Executive Suite. I don't know, maybe we would just ride off into the sunset then. Greatest control, capacity, and production capability. As long as earlier problems with quality control and employee turnover are satisfactorily resolved. You did a good job, everyone. You did it. Senior Vice President of Operations, baby. That's $174,000 per year. Private corner office, $10,000 stock options, $20,000 expense budget, executive washroom, key Mercedes company car, and executive exercise program. Now this is where the early group dropped the ball at level 10. And they didn't go any further than that. Till they jumped out a window a few jobs later. Okay. The M&M4 hits the market. And suddenly, you need more production capacity to respond to a sales spurt. 60 seconds are on the clock. What the hell do you want to do? You want to build a new domestic plant? You want to add a third shift? You want to expand the main plant? Do you want to add a new foreign plant? Or do you wish to subcontract? For those just tuning in, whatever, near the tail end of this broadcast, although I suppose we do still have a few hours left to go, maybe. We'll see how well this game goes. This is Executive Suite. This is an old DOS game, made in 1982. You can actually play on an archive.org for free. I learned about that earlier whenever we first broadcasted this game. This is a favorite of my live broadcast marathons. I like to share this with my viewers and either select individual people to make choices or have it left up to group chance. 44% of the vote has decided to add a third shift. It's a game that we haven't played for some time, until today. It's a very enjoyable one, entirely text-based, of course, but that doesn't mean that there can't be some fun along the way in a group of people trying to coordinate and play through this. It's not quite, plays Donkey Kong 64, but it manages all the same, I think. Where's our boondoggles, damn it? Brr. You choose a flexible response to a fluctuating market. As business settles down, you incorporate the best third shift workers into the first two shifts. Suddenly, your team resembles the LA Dodgers farm system, but the extra work keeps you from getting a Tommy Lasorda stomach. So, I guess it's time for this question, because I asked it about Sophia Loren earlier. Do you get the Tommy Lasorda reference? Yes. Who? That's right, Trey. That's about what I expected, Chad. Yeah, absolutely. Lots of trains have passed this week. Alright, yeah, 80%. Who? I don't even know what LA Dodgers farm system are. Like, Lethal only just learned what, like, a farm was pertaining to baseball, like, a month or so ago. Yeah, this is Executive Suite. Hey there, Lax Toadies. Barney Stone, the newly arrived national production manager, is held hostage in a Middle Eastern country. Lethal. Do you launch a raid to recapture Barney? Call the State Department. Call Barney's family. Or run an ad to hire a replacement. Why are we in charge of this? Why aren't we in charge of this? Like, we obviously have to resolve this situation somehow. It's kind of like a big deal, apparently. It's a Shadowrun. Oh, man. Oh, chat is so heavily divided on this. Oh, shit. You got 32%, 31% who want to run an ad for replacement. Oh, oh, number 2 is creeping up here. Folks running out of bed as fast as they can, quickly turning to the computer. No! No! You fools! No! Oh, man. Oh. Jeez, if that vote had been 30 seconds instead of 60. As it is, there is a tie between options number 2 and 4, which means I roll the die. We run an ad. Dire replacement. A very cold response. Terrible for morale, but the wheels of business must grind on, no matter who is crushed. You receive 6 resumes the next day. They are all from your employees, asking to be transferred to other departments. An economic downturn means that sales orders are down and production costs must be trimmed. What do you want to do? You want to cut production staff 20%? Do you want to hold staff and absorb losses? Do you want to go to a reduced work week, or do you want to build inventory? I'm not... What the fuck are you talking about, Sarah? Like, you just constantly mention, like, oh, being screwed, bro, chat screwed. Like, you're the ones who are fucking playing this game, dude. Like, I don't fucking understand. Like, you can't be attributing any of these qualities to me. I'm just choosing the options that you folks are picking. I know this game really damn well. But if it makes you happy in your headcanon, by all means, boss, go for it. Or I tell you what, I'll vote for the correct option here. There, I voted for the correct option. I did my part. Oh, what I think is the best option, anyway. 52% voted for number 3, going to reduced work week. A temporary solution, especially appropriate for summer. Some employees refuse to go back full-time, so you recommend France as a preferable work environment for them. You did a poor job after 4 years, though, because while you had good judgment and you had pragmatic decision-making, you kind of failed to support your own people. Because, yeah, that happened, and it was an event that transpired. You folks didn't crash and burn on the exact same event as Mrs. Chucklefuck did. But you did crash and burn at the same job. Not the same job, the same job. Only it was handling Barney Stone instead of resolving, you know, inventory stuff and like production stuff. Welcome to number 9s. Because while you might not be ready for a job change is ready for you. 9s across the board, baby. You got VP of Sales, Marketing, Engineering, Administration, Finance, and Public Relations. Let's see what pathway you folks end up taking this time. Maybe Jasuki there, maybe. Maybe this ending will actually be more meaningful, right? I know Laxtoties, right? Like, whenever we first played this game, you know, someone noted, like, you can, like, mail, like, Beam, you know, like, have the Mad Games. And number 3 is one with 54% of the vote. And I'm like, for a game like this, whatever, who cares, right? Not a big deal. You're remembered for a lot of good stuff, and you're now VP of Engineering. As the new Vice President of Engineering, you must decide how you would like to allocate those R&D funds, man. Because those are fairly important. This decision has obvious career impact, as well as determining MMC's future position in the market. So what do you want to do? You want to invest in short-term projects? You want to invest in long-term projects? Or you want to cut the damn budgets? Because fuck it. Of course, do keep in mind, Laxtoties, that while many of these folks are my regular viewers, there's also a number of people who are peeping in that are from Beam 2 that are just enjoying the ride here. That are enjoying the glory, the majesty of Executive Suite. Certainly, this is not the highest amount of viewership I've had during a live broadcast. That happened during, like, some huge marathoning I did last year on Hitbox. That was the mid to high 200s. And that was even on crummy Hitbox. That's right, Shy Guy. Alright, 53% said to invest in long-term options. Down the road, these long-term projects pull MMC to the forefront of the industry. You face a battle list for set departments. Wouldn't it damn be funny if we just ended up losing in the same way, just jumping out the fucking window? Like, thanks, chat. Good work. Everyone has their eyes on you and the new Mad Computer project. Unfortunately, cost overruns on the project are forcing some tough decisions. So, what exactly are you hoping to do, chat? I'm gonna bump this down to 30 seconds. You want to limit the computer's functional capabilities? You want to use less reliable components in its production? You want to cut back on production aesthetics and packaging? You want to go to the executive committee and ask for more development funds? Oh, do I? Hooray! Maybe early retirement will win this time. Who can say? Maybe you folks will borrow some money from the mob this time. Maybe your assassins will actually get that sumbitch Elaine Pincer this time. They won't. 60% say option number 3. Cut back on product aesthetics and packaging. So we shall. So you decide to produce an ugly duckling. Good to see you stand up from engineering. Besides, as Sophia Loren could overcome her nose, the Mad Computer can be beautiful, even in a plain casing. Doug MacArthur, the Senior VP of Operations, announces your project has just won an International Science and Technology Award. The creative concept and major ideas are the work of a single engineer, Brighton Star. Well, what the hell you want to do with this whole Brighton and this damn award thing? You want to suggest Brighton accept it? You want to suggest you both accept it? You tell Brighton to get fucked, or you want to buy him off? It's up to you. Choice is yours and yours alone. Good luck. Bonne chance. Fuck Brighton. What has he ever done for us? I'll just make Brighton an offer he can't refuse, Mark. So that's all. That's all I gotta do. He'll be good. Lewd. Apologize. Suggest you both accept the award. 50%. Well, you know, that's happened for, like, Lethal's broadcast, but no, like, Beam employee, at least, has, like, you know, while logged in, has wandered in any of my broadcast Laxtoties. Perhaps that's for the best, right? Perhaps I am broadcasting while they're still working, you know, and just aren't available to come bump in. That I know of, that's right. They could be incognito. They say that sometimes. You recognize your subordinate, placate management, and get a reputation as a Solomon figure. Your interpersonal skills are gaining respect faster than you receive an expense reimbursement voucher for the trip. Punt, you have been in the vice president engineering position for 4 years, and you did a good job. You did a good job. The economy is expanding, and despite all of that, you're still at number 9. Well, folks, now what level 9 job would you like? VP of Sales, Marketing, Admin, Finance, and Public Relations. Fucking chance probably gonna damn pick Public Relations again. Following the exact same fucking path. Oh no, it's not. Holy shit. Praise the scholars. Will you folks change history? Option number 3 it is. You are remembered for not having the background to manage this department, though. You don't get the job. We'll go for number 1 next, because that had the second highest votes. You're not remembered for having the background to manage this department. So, with our new options available, folks, we'll go ahead and have a new poll. Man, I doubt fucking anyone's gonna pick PR. Oh, shit. I mean, we got some background in finance, right? Come on. Come on. Yeah, you know, come on. Oh, shit, Toby. Also, hey there. Toby, it's good to see you. Good to read from you, rather. Toby actually gave me the idea for running a King of Dragon Pass campaign myself. I have that old CD buried around here somewhere. And, I hadn't really thought of, like, recording that before. Option number 2 wins with 49% of the vote. I think Toby has most recently done Factorio stuff these days. I haven't looked at your channel in a while on YouTube. You have a lot of good things, but you don't have the background to manage this department. I actually forgot what was higher, marketing or PR. Any of you remember which one was higher, marketing or PR? I didn't think so, Toby. Was it PR? All right. Hey! Unlimited boondoggles. 3-hour lunches. A producer from 60 Minutes wants to interview MMC about its recent acquisition. Despite seeing Behemoth Systems crucified on an earlier edition, Margaret Farnsworth wants to go ahead with the interview. We're going to be skipping option 3 here, folks, because it just loops back. You want to do it? Refuse? Or early retirement? It's fucking bailing. Oh, man. Just going. Oh, man. Fixing history. That's what this was. A way to revise history. Okay. And with a commanding majority there. Early retirement. Living full-time with your spouse. Spouse? We have a spouse? Surprise! Has to be better than facing Mike Wallace. You retire to a small Caribbean island that doesn't have electricity. You quit, punt. MMC hates to lose talented people. You'll be particularly missed because your sense of fair play, your cost-effective solutions, befriending people, and remaining loyal to management. MMC hopes an analysis of your financial conditions will cause you to return and pursue the executive suite again. We finished with quite a number of shekels, and we don't suffer a penalty because we quit MMC. And our family life ends up being much stronger, as it turns out, instead of being single, we ended up getting married along the way. Good work. Yeah. Yeah. That's a better score by like 300,000, I do believe. Yeah. Should be able to do alright. You'll be able to do alright. Good work. You folks did better. You folks did better. While at the same time not doing better, but you did better. Alright, everyone. Let's see here. I'll create a poll. I'll create another poll. No, I won't. I don't have the energy to do, like a 3-hour Monster Loves You one. We'll do one more Executive Suite run. Before we go around with doing that, I suppose I should settle with a few more giveaways. So, first thing I'll be offering during this giveaway is the postcard. There is one more postcard I am going to be giving away. It is a personalized Christmas postcard. If you live internationally, that's alright. I'll do my best to mail it to you. I've received stuff internationally before, such as postcards, and I will slot in my old mailbox and we'll see where it goes from there. I'll write you one. I have some adorable little Christmas things, and I'll ship it to you. Can you donate some CD keys to me? I guess you can send them to my business email. I don't think I'm going to give them away today because I have plenty. But in like future giveaways I hold, I'll like do that if you really want to like give up your keys for whatever reason. Yes, my business email for all the businessing I do. I guess I don't feel like breaking the little recording. We'll keep it going for this one. So, if you are interested in giving me your personal address, which you can send to my business email, which I will whisper to you, over Discord? Not Discord, goddammit. Beam. If you're interested in receiving a postcard from me, then you may enter the raffle by typing exactly what it says there for raffle set. And we'll let that go for a few minutes. In addition, I do have a number of games that I'll be giving away as well. And that'll be exciting and fun and enjoyable. I suppose I could take this opportunity. Turn on some lights in my room. Old man Grimith. That old man Grimith. We'll have to do new, like, raffle type things. I'll start a new raffle for the various serial keys I'll be running. This one specifically for the postcard. Take care, Marxo. Alright. Goodness. What kind of character are we gonna make this time? Dear mighty microcomputer. I suppose I'll stack the odds in mighty microcomputer's favor. Get fucked. From the south. Beam. Went to State University. Fuck yourself. When we study business. Huh. So we cum laude. Well, after that, I of course went on to a ranked university We're going to call this one Ginge. And, of course, I studied business. And I graduated with honors. I have 99 years of work experience. I have 50 years of work experience. And, interested in golf, sir. 18 years old. Male. Single. Married. Spouse's name? Mom. 17. Let me read chat here. How would you describe yourself? Blind ambition. Just want to reach the top. Economy is depressed, damn it, but we can start with some job level 3s. Not very to senpai. Should have went Sledge Vessel with it. I know. Options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is your chance to explore new things. I have stacked the odds in your favor to reach the top, everyone. This is your one chance, Beam Chat. El Taco Lad. You win the card. Do send your address right on over to there. I'll see about putting those in the mailbox. If not by tomorrow, then by Saturday. Oh, of course, Marvin. Damn. I guess you got fucked then. I missed what one? That was number 5, right? Accounts receivable clerk. Right? Yeah? Okay. Good. And congratulations, Git. You have the job of accounts receivable clerk. Alright, making $22,000 per year at the age of 18. Own desk, 2-week vacation, working telephone, and official MMC jacket. You're under pressure to create complete M&M accounts. Hold on, sorry. M&M 3 accounts receivable within the hour. When your calculator batteries go dead. Tell you what to do. Borrow a friend's calculator. Run to the drugstore for new batteries or do it by hand. God damn, another drain. Yes, Zerful, that's after spending time at a state university, a ranked university. Looks like we're gonna borrow a friend's calculator. Sad. You display a sense of priorities and not much sense of equipment maintenance. Bernard lends you his calculator for a price, 10 cents per minute. Say thanks, you buy Bernard dinner at McDonald's. You take the only existing copies of the M&M 3 accounts receivable listing home, because why wouldn't you, right? They are stolen from your car while you are buying calculator batteries at the Minibart. God damn it, we're terrible at this shit. Why wouldn't you allow us to keep borrowing your calculator, Bernard? Come on. The hell you want to do? Try to reconstruct them without telling anyone. Report to Carrie Hoffman, the Vice President of Finance. Ask customers for information or pretend they never existed.
Just, what accounts? I don't know what you're talking about. Wouldn't it be fucking funny if I stacked the odds in your favor and you guys just said fuck it and got fired like you're in the first job? I'm like, well, I guess that's it. Okay, number 2 with 44% of the vote.
You receive plenty of criticism, but MMC's resources facilitate accurate reconstruction. Carrie Hoffman has the Xerox salesman stop by your office on his next visit. Alright, I think it's time for yet another awesome, super exciting giveaway. All of the postcards that I'm going to be giving away have, in fact, been given away. But we're on to serial keys, which are in part exciting because I don't actually know whether they're duds or not. Fucking beats me. Looks like I forgot to remove Super Ubi Island Remix that I gave away to someone off there. Let's make sure I don't give that to someone accidentally. So the next game that we're going to be giving away, or intended to give away, is a game called Dino System. It's a 2D ecosystem and survival simulation. It is a Steam serial key. And if you're interested in having this sort of game, Dino System, then you can enter. That's right, Train. And we'll let that continue. You learn that your department is to be computerized. With that in mind, what the hell you want to do with that? You want to learn to use the computer? Apply for another position within MMC, or go on welfare. Train senpai, wait for me, brr. Yes, very much a train-heavy broadcast today. It's a thing. The hours are so good on welfare. Welfare, motherfucker, brr. 8-hour lunch breaks. Okay, 60% of you. Learn to use the computer. You show excellent motivation. Carrie Hoffman jokes that computers don't need batteries. You can add BASIC and Pascal to the languages on your resume. You did a good job after 1 year. Economy is fair. Oh shit, it's job 4. Oh boy. Oh boy, it's gonna be awesome and amazing. Will we actually continue to see more different content? Like salesman? Or marketing assistant? Or, senior accounting clerk? Or will we see trainee financial analyst again? We did fine, Marvin. We made up for it. It was great. We did fine. It was a good job. Shh. MMC took care of it. Shh. There's no worries. Everything is fine. Shh. Alright. Senior accounting clerk, it is. With 36% of the vote. At your own desk, 2-week vacation, MMC medical plan. Ooh, Bucky Carter. Bucky, how's it going, Bucky? Man, we haven't seen you at all today. Bucky. Shit, dude. How the kids, man? Bucky Carter. Woo! Bucky Carter, MMC's leading salesman, is on a roll. He returns from Dynamic Industries in order that puts the M&M 3 line into the black. Because that's the power of Bucky Carter, everyone. While processing the paperwork, you know Dynamic is already extended beyond their credit limit. Do you recommend approval? Report to Carrie Hoffman, Vice President of Finance. Or recommend psychiatric counseling for Bucky. I know, right? Good times, good times. So, Libris, you have won the Dino System key. It might end up being a piece of coal, but damn it, we'll try. There you go. Do let me know if it ends up being a piece of coal working for you or not. There's a tie also between 2 and 3. So I will roll a die. I will not give you a new key, but I am interested in seeing whether it actually worked for you or not. Because some of the keys are pieces of coal, and we just don't know which ones. It's a learning experience together. Recommend psychiatric counseling for Bucky. Most salesmen are recruited from asylums. So we're going to report to Carrie Hoffman, Vice President of Finance. Carrie wants to know how Dynamic got so far behind in payment. Dark sunglasses won't shield you from Carrie's glare. You must ask Bucky to speak with Dynamic Industries. Joshua Cullen, the president of Mel Design Company, a vendor, asks you to speed up payment of his invoices. With that in mind, do you do it? Ask Carrie Hoffman, or don't do it. Yes, one of several joke options sprinkled throughout the game. Yes, that key is yours for all eternity. You can have it, you can hold it, you can snuggle it. Whatever. It is now, as a certain someone would say, deleted. "51% of the vote goes to number 2. Ask Carrie Hoffman. You demonstrate wise caution. It seems MMC wants to acquire Mel that is putting financial pressure on Joshua Cullen. You avoid his phone calls for the rest of the week. Bucky Carter asks for an $8,000 advance against commission for the Dynamic Industries sale. You know the sale has only a 50% chance of completion. So, folks, what do you want to do here? Defer to your supervisor, refuse, or approve. Ah, damn it, Lyris. Fuck. That's another one of the no column. There's still been more yeses than nos, but damn, that's sad. Alright, Libras. Tragic. Okay, Old Taco Lad. 41% says defer to your supervisor. Gary Hoffman says treat it like your own money was involved. Normally you'd invest in Swiss bonds, but Bucky was a defensive tackle in college. You pull a strategic play by sending him straight to the quarterback. You did an average job. You had a bunch of humor that you maintained even in a crisis, an open manner of addressing problems, and you consistently followed MMC's policies. The economy is fair. We're looking at a lateral move here, folks. That's not a derailing thing when you're this far down here in the job levels. Strictly between salesman and marketing assistant. I know, lag stoties. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and conduct another one of these sumbitches. It's gonna be another one that hell if I know whether it works. So this next key is for this game called Castle Torgioth: Descent into Darkness. It's one of the newer keys I received. Also, 54% of us said go to salesman. So I think this one will actually fucking function. So let me go ahead and create a new raffle. Filling my chat full of clutter. Will it be coal or will it be gold? God, I love that, lag stoties. Jesus, that's fucking great. You know what, lag stoties? I love that so much. I will give you, you will get a free thing. It's gonna be great. You will have a free thing. And you will be able to see whether it's coal or gold. I'm going to try to give you this game called this. So fucking clever. Coal or gold? Fuck, I want to market that now.
Jesus, that's great. Welcome to Grimith Coal or Goal. Oh, it's beautiful. Let me know whether that works, Lack.
Fortunately, you're remembered for your aggressive go-getter approach, and you are now a salesman. Woo! Salesman. Man, that's some great branding right there. The regional sales manager, Jack Stark, arranges your lunch with 3 key clients. That's Alan Greenbuck, Derek Clayton, and Andrew Grimith. Returning to the office, you report on lunch to Jack Stark, and your car allowance is upgraded. You can choose from the Buick, the Cadillac, or the Mercedes.
Alright, Lack! Woo! Yeah! Big money, yeah! That's another one in the positive column. Woo! Oh, jeez. This is so fucking stupid. Oh, shit.
Alright, looks like number 2 barely edges out here. 41% to number 3's 39%. We're going to be choosing a Cadillac. It's always good to impress the clients of the prestigious American car, known for its comfort and economy. You get a call from your old friend Derek Clayton about a major order. He wants to see you in half an hour. Jack Stark is out. The secretary forgot to take Derek's company or phone number. So, Chad, I'm going to give you 60 seconds on this one instead of the standard 30. What is Derek's company name?
And yes, as was noted, Larian, I do love this question. Hey, Bobo, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing alright today. Chat delay's a little bit longer. I'm not running faster than light, but it's still pretty comfy and cozy. Hopefully you aren't experiencing any problems with stuttering. If you are, Beam's support is more than happy to take your complaint. I know, Lack. I know. So fucking good. This game is just full of such snark and assholery. It's awesome.
Okay. Option number 2, 45%. Dynamic Industries. Can we fire the secretary for not doing their job? Forgetting your customers' companies is a fatal flaw for a salesperson. You try every Derek Clayton in the phone book to no avail. When Jack Stark returns, you're instructed to apply for a position in another department. You did a poor job, and you'll be remembered for your unique knack of offending customers. Ate up a whole 2 years. The economy is expanding, but you're out of 3s now. Out of 4s now. We're down into 3 territory again. That's right, we've seen some different events and shit. You've missed exciting new things and stuff. Well, I mean, new for today. That's all sorts of cool items. We were salesmen. The chat tanked that. I know, Bobo, right? Just get shunted somewhere else. Career stall warning. We're still fine. We got plenty of bags of time. This character is stacked to the gills. Shit tons of work experience. Very young. Went to prestigious university. Hello. 41%. Personnel clerk it is. Remember your aggressive go-getter approach, chat? Good work.
And you are now a personnel clerk. With your own desk, 2-week vacation, official MMC jacket, and a working telephone. A junior accountant, Bernard, comes into your cubicle after work hours one evening. He bluntly offers you $200 for 5 minutes alone with his employee file. So, what do you respond with, Jed? Let's see the money. Here's the file. Keep the money. No, or what do you want it for? I know how much you folks love to ask questions, Jed. That's kind of what the hell you do, right? Anyway, hello. Welcome to Let's Go With It Live. The tail end of a marathon. We're playing Executive Suite, an old game from the 1980s, 1982 specifically. It's a choose-your-own-adventure story. All right, Penal Cruiser. Huh. That's odd. A lot more people entered that raffle. But? Huh. Oh, I did do grimness! Exclamation point instead of exclamation point grimness. Well, good catch. Good catch. No, the bot got it right. I'm just the one who typed it differently. Good work, 6 people who caught that. Nicely done. Well, Penal Cruiser. I didn't mean to fucking do that. That's great. Alright, Penal Cruiser. Coal or goal? You'll have to say. I also missed the poll results. I'm sorry. I was too busy chuckling over that. What did that say? It's the second time I missed those today. Tragic. Oh, man. Good work. 55% option 3. Thank you. No. Bernard relates your family ancestry to toaster ovens and other lower life forms. The next day, he stops by with a small kitchen appliance and a sarcastic thank you. During standard preparation of employee W2 forms, you can discover the personnel manager's nephew, Oscar, earns twice the normal rate for an accounts receivable clerk. You want to lower his rate? You want to ignore his rate? Or you want to talk to the personnel manager, Simon? The manager responsible for, interviewing us initially. Yes, PC, do inform us whether that ends up being coal or goal. Also, good catch, you 6 folks. I completely missed it. It would be like me to test you folks by changing up the command phrase, but nope. I'm just glad the bot didn't break. Alright, we're going to talk to the personnel manager, Simon. No, I seriously didn't. Simon states the matter is confidential and advises you to imitate a discreet circuit. Whoever told you the world was fair anyway? Perhaps so. Oscar invites you for drinks after work with his uncle, Simon, and the vice president of finance, Carrie Hoffman. Do you accept these drinks? Or do you decline these drinks? Alright, the code worked. Yay! We have another winner. Good. Awesome. I know, Lethal. That would absolutely be rude. %82 of the poll says option 1. Let's go. Good choice if you have a good personal relationship with these fellow employees. You discuss commodities and career futures very optimistically, and you did a good job. Hearty socializing. Yeah. The economy is fair. Alright, everyone. So, we've of course seen a trainee financial analyst before. Twice already today.
Don't think we've explored marketing assistant. I'll leave it up to you folks and what we end up doing. Among those job level 4s, assuming you do wish to elevate. Alright. God, I love that slogan so much, Laxtoties. Color goal, man. The next thing that we're going to be offering up is going to be a psychological adventure game. 85% voted for number 1. It is going to be Enola. Now, let's everyone pay attention specifically to what Grimith punches in for raffle set. Alright. You're remembered for your unique knack of offending customers. Sure, you know, there's no limitation. You can go for it if you really care. You still got the job of marketing assistant anyway. Well, damn, Severus. Six years in NMC. 24 years old. Got another jacket, 2-week vacation, entertainment and travel allowance. Sam Danger, the Vice President of Marketing, asks you to see a client. Oh yeah, we did do this one before too. How about that? Oh well. No big deal. They all kind of blur together for me at the low levels, you know. Asks you to see a client on your vacation to Des Moines to visit your in-laws. Sure, there's nothing to do in Iowa. Say yes, but don't do it. Cancel vacation or ask a company to subsidize travel costs. I know, no keychain. Rip hopes and dreams. We're running low on keys for me to be handed out here like candy. I think the rest of this shit's like DLC stuff. Like I have a Tales of Magial like DLC that I can't use because I don't know the game on Steam. Although I do have the game. Option 1. I typed in opinion. Alright, opinion. Good work. Opinion 1, 49%. It's, Embers of Rage. Sure, there's nothing to do in Iowa. Yeah. Awesome. Alright, Swipe Gaming. Now, you hurry from the building to your car in order to get a special delivery package to the post office before it closes. At the company parking lot, a well-dressed man asks you to help start his Mercedes. Do you desire to help him or not? What is your move, chat? If you were going to make a move, oh, awesome! Oh, I just got some fan art of my my Star Wars character that I'm fucking playing. All right, option number 2 wins with 80% of the vote. Oh, that looks cool. How about that, Dr. Vec? It's great. All right. Anyway, sorry. Let's focus. We're gonna help. 80%. I might. The gentleman turns out to be Dudley Farnsworth, leader of a stockholders' revolt against the MMC's shakily entrenched board and president. I just like teasing people, that's all. As a way of thanking you, and perhaps getting information, Dudley invites you to a party. You will want to accept this invitation, or you want to decline this invitation. Just checking, you know. It's important to know these things. It's a trap. Go for broke. Burb. More booze, brr. Alright. 58% say accept. At the party, you are bombarded with questions about MMC's management and job offers to work with the adversary group, everyone. We're here again. What do you want to do this time? You want to give information but don't join? You want to give information and agree to join, or decline information and the invitation, say thanks for the booze? Hello, Mech. Oh. I know it's her fault. Drama. No, Mac. This is executive suite. Whoops, mistyped that. Oh, alright. Also, number 3 has been selected with 56% of the vote. You're perceived as the enemy and are lucky to get a second drink. Alright, Zweistein. You shall have the Enolas. Do let me know if that works on our continuing hunt for coal or goal. I'll go ahead and delete that key from my list. Well, it says barely, right? So you did get a second drink. The Vice President of Sales, Red Turner, invites you to spend an afternoon drinking with clients the same day your monthly report is due. Well, tell you what to do about that. Oh no, Cole! Damn it. Damn it. Oh well. You know, I would love for all of these to work, but it has ended up turning into some sort of like amusement factor. We're like, what's in the box? I know folks trying to make us drunk. Everybody in the club get a little bit tipsy. Option number 1 with 48% of the vote says accept. You make good contact with field sources, but lose an afternoon of work and are late with the monthly report. You also develop a taste for Cure Royales and receive an anonymous copy of Real Men Don't Eat Quiche. Good job. Good job. But the economy is depressed. Still, the door has opened, and you may now ascend into the fives. So, which of these wonderful fives would you like to dabble in this time? Let me go ahead and check my mail. I just got some letters. Wonder who they're from. Holy shit. Swipe. Damn, that's a lot of keys. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna get through all these. But, I guess these are probably more likely to be goal than coal. I'll go ahead and copy paste those into my giveaway thing. Oh, spare one for Y as well. Oh my goodness. How thoughtful of you. Shit. So busy reading that, I missed the fucking poll results, guys. That's the 3rd time I've done that. My brain is powered down after over 15 hours broadcasting. Oof. I'm sorry. 4. Okay. Thank you. No, Bobo. Beam auto disappears pulls after a short period of time. Just quickly evaporates them once they expire. It's tragic. Compensation supervisor it is, I know. And you are now that job. Hooray! Cubicle matching furniture and personalized stationery. Frank Herman, the Vice President of Manufacturing, asks you to give a higher than normal salary to a special recruit. Brighton Star. Well, folks, what the hell are you gonna do about that? Can I grant a higher salary or stick to the established compensation tables? Alright. I have no idea what the hell this game is. Fuck it, I'm just gonna skip it. I'll look at that key later or something. Alright, option number 1 wins barely with 53% of the vote. You get a good reputation with line people. You have the judgment to be flexible in company's policy when it is in MC's best interest. You hope Frank returns the favor when you want to transfer into manufacturing. As a note, I do believe Neville has been made into a heel recently. Heel Neville. I haven't kept that close of an eye on it. That's what I heard, though. Word on the street. MMC is under heavy pressure from women employees about compensation structures. Joyce Stern, the Vice President of Administration, asks you to manipulate the figures to indicate that women receive equal pay. And your research indicates differently. Now, we had this one with Mrs. Chucklefuck way early this morning. What would you folks like to engage in? Manipulating the numbers, reporting the situation accurately, or asking Jason Parlay to intercede? There is no gender equality. My research indicates differently, damn it. Alright, option number 3 is 1 with 45% of the vote. Neat. Not quite a train party, something else was happening. Jason raises an eyebrow quizzically and says he'll investigate the matter. Later, you find another compensation supervisor has been assigned to the task. You discover later that Jason Parlay is not only impressed with your honesty, but also with your discrete memory capability. Helena Gray, a close friend, files for a workers' compensation extension when you know she is fully recovered. Well, the application comes to you for approval, naturally. Tell you what to do. Approve it, reject it, try to talk some sense into her, or sign someone else's name to the claim. Alright. Also, let's see what we can cross off here of this list of game keys that I got sent. Jesus. Option number 3 says 54%. Let's go ahead and do that. Try and talk some sense into her. It's a long, tough conversation, killing 2 bottles of wine and a few million brain cells. When Helena finally sobers up, she's forgotten all about her scam. You did a good job after 2 years, folks. Yeah, did a good job. So, I suppose something we're going to run a giveaway for next is one of these here games. And the giveaway is going to be for a serial key for Contagion. Lethal and I have played Contagion a bit. He introduced it to me. We haven't recorded it, though. If you're interested in a copy of Contagion,
I've got a serial key right here.
Yeah, don't try and raffle set, Bobo. Just, don't put that in. Put in the exclamation point Grimness in. It's a giveaway thing, Bobo, if you want to actually have the game. If you don't, that's okay. No worries. The economy is depressed, though. Oh, no. No, sadness. No. No sadness. Well, Swipe Gaming linked a store page for it. Oh, no. Oh, economy. So, there we were. Assistant product manager, engineer, production foreman, or accounting supervisor. Oh my god, ODW! Son of a bitch! What? Bot? Excuse me? (4-1) with 55% of the vote. Accounting supervisor we go. Fortunately, you're remembered for a lot of great like the telephone. Alright, accounting supervisor, 10 years. You discover an accounting fraud while preparing for an IRS audit. The details involve Vincent, the president's nephew. Well, shit. What the hell do you want to do about that? You can, tell Jason Parlay, tell the IRS, talk to Vincent, or tell a priest. Go with God. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Options 1 and 4 in a dead heat. Oh, that's gonna be close. Jesus, take the wheel. And they tied. Ask him for job leads at the same time. He advises you to go back and make another selection. You've given Jason a stomach ulcer, but have fulfilled your responsibility. Be nice and bring Jason some Matlox. Jason Parlay, the Senior Vice President of Finance and Administration, and his staff are having a meeting with the Executive Vice President, Brooks DuPont. Red Turner, the Vice President of Sales, calls you and demands an immediate invoice approval for Dynamic Industries, requiring Jason's signature. So, with that in mind, what the hell you want to do here? I mean, we could say this is impossible. We could say, fuck your call. We could forge the signature, or we could interrupt the meeting. Remember this one? I know. This one. It's nice to revisit these old prompts, the old favorites. I'm just so chuffed that the salesman got the chuckle fucks again. Ah, that memory one. Derek Clayton, who does he work for? Door kickers, fuck you. Alright. 49% voted for number 4. Jason's first reaction is to have you shot, but Brooks turns the situation around. Seems he grew Dynamic into a major account and signs the memo himself. Jason notes you are one of his boys as you leave. Alright, one of the boys.
Well, Quinn, there you go. After having given away so many keys last time, you get to have a key of your own. For Contagion. Let me know if it works. Coal or goal. Wouldn't it be some shit if some of these didn't fucking work too? But I bought these. Why don't they work? Well, shit. Confusion? All right. Now the goal record will far exceed the coal record. There's no way in hell I can give away all these damn keys. Like, Swipe Gaming really sent me a lot. I'm gonna have to save those for like some giveaway stuff. Sprinkle those in over like my other live broadcasts. Cause damn, that's a lot. That's right. You can thank Swipe Gaming for that one. For actually caring enough about you, peasant. Okay, anyway. Your chief rival, Bernard, is accused of damaging computer files. God damn it, Bernard. You suddenly realize it is because he uses a European rather than American dating system. The days have been mistaken for months. Well, you want to tell Bernard? You want to tell Carrie Hoffman, the vice president of finance? You want to say nothing? Or do you want to find the files and erase them? That Bernard guy, we're alright with him, right? Let us borrow a calculator back in the day? Or was he the one that wanted to like look at his employee file for like 5 minutes for $200? Like, you can like do whatever you want, Jordan. Just fucking oh. Number 2 wins out. 44% to 41%. Carrie thinks your idea is the stupidest thing he's ever heard, even when you turn out to be right. Bernard invites you to toast Carrie at a local bar after work. You buy the first round. You did an average job. The economy is expanding. And you got some number 5s open. Hey, Kisk, you're definitely at the tail end of this broadcast for sure. After this run, this is when it all comes to an end. Speaking of end, awkward segue, transition. You could move to assistant product manager, engineer, or production foreman. We might be seeing some old highlights here, folks. Not by first choice, but by necessity, right? Well, Mac, it's because of some not so good jobs that have been done. The salesman one, that first failure is the real painful one. That's taken quite a number of years to overcome. And that average job that just happened there didn't exactly help matters. Alright, number 1 it is. Got the job. Cubicle management workshop and personalized stationery. We haven't done this one yet today. At a little-known cafe, you see your counterpart at MMC's main competitor, Behemoth Systems, having lunch with a Nippon Central employee. They leave hurriedly before you can say hello, forgetting a binder, which turns out to be Behemoth's marketing plan for the coming year. So, what the hell you want to do with that damn binder? Surprise, good fortune, right? Do you want to return it? Do you want to give it to your supervisor? Do you want to hold it for your own use? Do you want to try to sell the information?
Looks like number 2 is pretty strong here. Numbers 1, 3, and 4 are divided across the board. Mine. Number 2 wins with 42% of the vote. Your effort to maximize company benefit while minimizing your personal opportunities is noted by the Senior Vice President of Marketing, B.T. Barnum. You gain a reputation as an ace undercover agent. Receive a gift certificate to Burberry's. You discover a salesman is receiving kickbacks from your largest customer. Analog concerns. The information comes in an anonymous letter. You fail to find the author, but the contents are verified. What the hell you want to do with this information, Chad? You want to replace that salesman? You want to ask for a cut? Or do you want to ignore the situation? What is Burberry's? That, I guess I should ask that. Do you get Burberry's? Do you know what Burberry's is? Number 1, 72%. 73%, excuse me. We shall replace the salesman. You establish a clear, moral tone which proves very unpopular to the sales department. In a tense confrontation, you cite God, America, and Malcolm Farnsworth III. Malcolm Farnsworth III is the winning argument. You're asked by Sigmund, the group product manager, to assemble a marketing/technology report you suspect is to be sold to Nippon Central. Do you refuse? Comply? Offer to take him to a sushi bar, or try to go direct to Nippon Central. Gonna be nap time for me soon. It's gonna be delicious nap time. I actually ended up dropping and misplacing a few frames there. Tremendous. 72% have voted for number 3. Actually, yeah, that was actually quite a bit of frames that just dropped all of a sudden. We're still at 0.4% of dropped frames of this entire broadcast, but over half the frames that dropped during this entire broadcast have just been, like, within this short moment here. Pointed, if not subtle, indicator of awareness. Be kind and bring Alka-Seltzer for Sigmund. You did a good job after 2 years. You had lots of good things. The economy is expanding. 6. 6 poll options. 4, 6 job offers at job level 6. Which 6 do you desire? 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. I know the bringer of beds. Sounds like someone I need to know. Well, you selected number 6. Assistant to the Executive Vice President it shall be. Known for some good shit? Let's go. Brooks DuPont asks you to conduct a seminar on how to represent MMC to the news media. This subject deals with human perceptions and communications. You know that the Vice President of Administration, Joyce Stern, is the best qualified person to handle the help. What the hell do you want to do here? Do you want to recommend Joyce Stern? Do you suggest that Joyce Stern co-chair? Do you want to ask her for help or suggest the workshop is a bad idea? Behold, the bringer of beds. On your knees, dog. All bow to the bed. Till that goes, right? Alright, option number 2 wins with 52% of the vote. We shall now suggest that Joyce Stern co-share. Your recognition of peer performance is commendable, makes Joyce Stern a fan of yours. Brooks begin to appreciate your political savoir-faire. Brooks DuPont has just left for 35th college reunion dinner. Malcolm Farnsworth III storms down the hall, wanting to talk about a snag in the MAD program. Malcolm Farnsworth III is the head of everything forever, folks. He's the one sitting in the fucking executive suite. He's the badass here. We have pictures of him. So, what do you want to tell? What do I say? Want to tell the truth? Want to make up an excuse? Or recommend equipping key executives with beepers? Let's sass the badass. Sass badass. Sass badass. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, that's going to be close. Oh. Oh, 42%. Well, we're going to recommend equipping key executives with beepers. Malcolm says, beep, beep, my, You make like a roadrunner trying to reach Brooks DuPont. During a follow-up meeting with MMC's travel agency, you are handed 6 first-class tickets to Barbados. The tickets were earned from MMC expenditures with the travel agency. So, well, hell, folks, you want to do with this shit? You want to keep the tickets? Want to keep some of the tickets? You want to give the tickets to the MMC or start a travel agency?
Oh no, rip Shy Guy's dreams. Damn. Rockabye Grimith.
Alright, option number 3 wins. 58% of the vote. Brooks DuPont advises you to set up a special trip for the 2 of you and 4 select customers. You must buy suntan oil yourself. You did a good job. You did a good damn job. Yeah. Good damn job. The economy is depressed, but that's okay because I've never fucking seen this before. Holy shit. New content. I've never seen this before. We're on loan to the United Way. Holy shit. This is great. On loan to the United Way campaign. You got the job. At your new office at the United Way headquarters, you receive a call from an IRS auditing team. They would like background information on several companies, including MMC, heavily involved with United Way contributions. Folks, I'm gonna give you like 90 seconds to contemplate this shit, in part because I'm gonna take the time to think about these things too.
Fucking beats me! That's right, 90 seconds. Bags of time. 3 times as much time. Wow. I mean, maybe I've seen this, but it's certainly not been on camera, to my recollection. Perhaps someone who's watching on YouTube after the fact can point that out. Going through all the old archives. Like, maybe I've seen it before in all my fiddling, but I don't ever recall it. As far as I'm concerned, it's fucking new. Is this time for coal or goal? It was also the highest ranking job opportunity we had at 7. Yeah, overdose triggered by the espionage chain. That's certainly a possibility. I can't recall ever having, like, given it to, like, my superiors. I've either, like, you know, tried to sell it myself or just returned it. So with that in mind, I guess I'll place a bet as well. A vote as well. No, I actually haven't decided. Fucking beats me. Options number 3. Explain the conflict.
The IRS accepts your position. They promise to put in a good word for you with Brooks DuPont. You beg them not to. Micro Month, the employee newsletter, wants to feature MMC's United Way contribution in an upcoming issue. They are going to extra pages and plan to hire a semi-professional photographer. Vincent, the chairman's nephew, has a 35mm camera. What do you want to do here? You want to play up your role? You want to play down your role? Or ask to see the story before it's printed? We'll do 60 seconds on this poll. Yeah, this option seems familiar to me, but no, too vague. Yeah, how about that, folks? Yeah. I know 35mm. A Murder Clock was playing a game on, yesterday or the day before called 35mm. It was neat. It was alright. Just thought of that, of course, because I saw that. Oh, Bobo. Oh, Bobo. Just plunging the knife into their backs. Oh, Bobo. Scathing. Okay. Option number 3. 50% of the vote. Oops. You initiate a major First Amendment battle. Benton Bowles, Vice President of Public Relations, United Way staffers become involved. You are advised to talk with B.T. Barnum about a market research supervisor position. You did a good job after 3 years. He had positive management style, good judgment, and abrasive encounters in the public relations field. The economy is fair. We can now become assistant to the president. Malcolm Farnsworth gives you 2 tasks to accomplish simultaneously. Pick up his wife at the airport and proofread his speech copy for the National Circuit Breakers Association. So, folks, what do you want to do here as assistant to good old Farnsworth? Proof copy and have a maintenance man pick up Mrs. Farnsworth in your car. Let a secretary proof the copy while you pick up Mrs. Farnsworth. Or proof copy on the way to the airport. Do a barrel roll. Fairly divided here in the voting. Oh, option 2 wins out though, 44%. Divisive. The speech is done on time with 3 unimportant typing errors. Meanwhile, you have your hands full at the airport. You arrive at the airport moments before Mrs. Farnsworth's airplane lands. She is the last passenger to stumble off the plane, the clear victim of a 6-martini flight. On the way to baggage claim, she makes a blatant sexual overture. Well, get fucked? What you got? I know. This is chat's favorite opportunity. Sex. Rise to the occasion. Put her in a cab. Reflect on the opportunity while waiting for her luggage.
Oh, chat. Oh, it's so close between 1 and 3. Oh, it's so goddamn close. Oh, it's up to a die roll. Oh, it's fucking up to a die roll. Oh, man. One moment. So you might get a little motion sick because of this. So we're going to be rolling this D6 here. If it's 1 through 3, Get Fucked is rising to the occasion. If it's 4 through 6, we're going to be reflecting on the opportunity while waiting for the luggage. So here. Hey, Dad. Even the dice cock block you. Oh, man. Why? Tragic. Definitely tragic. The baggage is here, all 8 pieces, so you must return to the option board and make a selection. Since it was a tie between the two of them, I'll go with the other one. You find the afternoon with Mrs. Farnsworth sobering. Your meeting with Mr. Farnsworth the next morning is downright sickening. Don't bother to gather your office belongings. They've already been boxed and sent to Bangkok by freighter. Obviously, things aren't going your way at MMC, Chad. You have been fired? Well, bluntly, for sleeping with the wife of Malcolm Farnsworth III. Good work, Chad. Yeah. Typical of you, Chad. Totally worth it. Yep, absolutely. Yes. I know, all that drama over the die, and then ultimately... I know, Battler Man, that has happened quite a bit. Happened quite a bit to Chad. That being said, because the current age was lower than that of the first character that was run earlier this morning, the score is technically higher. Even though fired, of course, still happened, and annual salary wasn't that high. 38. All right. Hit the road, Jack. Good work, chat. As is typical of you, caving to your baser instincts. If there's a way for you to have sex, or imagine and fantasize about it, in one of these games that we have democracy in, it transpires. I know, Izukawa, like, technically option 3 won there, but the game's like, oh no, the baggage eventually arrives. You have to make a real decision here about this. What the hell, chat? Alright, everyone. That takes care of our wonderfully fun time in this glorious, glorious game. Executive Suite. For now, I'm sure we'll undoubtedly come back to it again at some point. As we end up doing. Pretty entertaining game. Great fun. Fortunately, you know, there's only so many events there, but hey, we got to see some cool stuff. This time around, I think it was worth it. Definitely think it was worth it.